All right, I'm going to model two more examples here. Just keep in mind that this didn't print out nicely. This should be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8, and that's a 6. All right, so when you go to enter this data, remember, each dot is a number that you have to input. All right, and when they're looking for mean, median, standard deviation, that's one variable stats. So that means you should be entering in one list. All right, so here we go. You hit stat, edit. Start entering this data in. There should be 2 zeros. There should be 5 ones if you count them up. So put 1 in 5 times. There should be 3 2s. Then there's 5 3s. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 4s. So you got to put 4 in 8 separate times. There's 3 5s. You got to put 6 in twice. Then there's 1 8. And there's 1 10. All right, and if you go back, there should be 30 numbers, all right? All right. To get mean, median, standard deviation, all you do is hit stat again, go over to calculate, one variable stats, hit enter 3 times. Remember the mean is the X with the line over it, all right, which is to the nearest tenth would be 3.4. All right, the median, you got to hit the arrow down to get it. That's 3.5. And then the standard deviation of the sample is S with a subscript to X. To the nearest tenth, that would be 2.3. And then the standard deviation of the population, that's that funny symbol, that's sigma, is 2.2. All right? All right, I'm going to do one more example on the next page, and then you could finish this up over Monday and Tuesday. All right, so I want to look at exercise 7 just to do another example. All right, it says Troy is trying to determine the average height of the high school male students. Because he's on the basketball team, he uses the heights of the 14 players on the team, which are given below in inches. All right, we want to calculate the mean, median, for this data. All right, so again, you go stat, edit, clear out whatever's there, enter these in one at a time. All right, there were 4 74s, so I put each one in separately. 175. And then there were 3 76s. You got to put all 3 in separately, one at a time. There were 2 77s. And then there was an 82, right? It said there were 14 players. I double check. I got 14. All right? So you go stat, calculate now. One variable stats. All right? Our mean, which is the X over the line with the line over it. All right, we're going to go to the nearest tenth. That was 74.5, 74.57. I keep writing stupid decimal. 74.57 to the nearest tenth would be 74.6. All right, the median. All right, there's going to be 74.5. All right, and it didn't ask for it, but let's find it out anyway. The standard deviation, which is SX, is 3.27, and to the nearest tenth, that would be 3.3. That's the standard deviation of the sample, and the standard deviation of the whole population is that sigma, which to the nearest tenth would be 3.2. All right, try the rest of these questions. All right. Have a good one.